Let's get into it. Because the NBA playoffs begin tonight.
Huge
although
night.
the NBA calls this the play-in tournament. And the loser tonight does go home to host a playoff game. That is technically a playoff game, right? The loser tonight goes home.
Right.
But not for good, just to host the winner of the 9-10 game that happens on Wednesday night. But that said, the playoffs begin tonight in the NBA. And it's all about, well, I'll let the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers kind of set the stage for you. Hit it, Mike. Hit it right there. The owner of the Los Angeles.
From now on, it's all about the Larry O.B.
Only one team can claim that at the end of the run of these playoffs, and everybody else who makes the playoffs, as also Mr. Bomber has so eloquently put it.
Toilets!
There you have it.
Like the Highlander, there can
By
be
the way,
only one.
this is why we're not
only one.
By the way,
DJ.
this is why we're nominated 2 years in a row. That's the content. The Roku channel's very happy. I'm sure.
They're very excited.
Toilets.
It's all about the Larry O.B., and for everyone else, it's toilets. And who's in the mix for the Larry O.B.? Here we go. I know it's the play-in tournament. I get it. There are 6 teams in each conference that are already chillaxing, getting ready for their first round contest this weekend. But who is in the mix hosting a game tonight? But the team that everybody thought was, in fact, in the
Toilets!
when the season began, because their roster was unworkable and there was no chance to create a roster to go on a run with a chip in a chair when the playoff tournament began because of the new coach coming in and telling Russell Westbrook he's got to come off the bench and he won't be happy. And even though he did come off the bench and started doing 6th man of the year type stuff, it still wasn't working out to the tune of going on a run for a championship or making a run in the playoffs because Anthony Davis got hurt again, missed his street clothes. And yes, LeBron James was playing way beyond his age, triple-doubling, if I'm not mistaken, on his birthday. And then he gets hurt just when the team does reconfigure its roster in a series of trades that did begin with Russell Westbrook being offloaded, only to have him wind up in Los Angeles for a Clipper team that is higher ranked and is one of the teams chillaxing tonight, getting ready for its first round series against the Phoenix Suns and Kevin Durant. Who'd have thought that possible when the season began, when we were all looking at the Lakers and saying no chance. And yet tonight, they host a Minnesota Timberwolves team that everybody thought would be in the 6 Western Conference sextet, sitting at home, chillaxing. And they're the ones coming in without Rudy Gobert. The reason why everybody thought the Timberwolves would be in the top 6 in the West is because Rudy Gobert was added, and he's not there tonight because he couldn't keep his hands to himself in a huddle in the final regular season game of the year.
So what a sentence.
What did I say that was incorrect?
I know, but I'm just saying that it actually happened.
Right.
I mean, really should have learned that in kindergarten, right? Keep your hands to
I'm
yourself.
teaching that to Cage. Don't hit our friends.
And they're without one of their best young players of the season blossoming because he couldn't keep his hands to himself hitting a wall. Come on. And the Mavericks, who were coming off of a Western Conference Finals appearance, sitting there as the 6th seed right around the trade deadline, acquiring Kyrie Irving, they pulled a plug on their season on Friday, and look who is in the mix tonight. Your Los Angeles Lakers. And you cannot say this team can't go on a run. D'Angelo Russell and Malik Beasley shooting threes. Jared Vanderbilt. Mo Bamba, if he can be healthy.
Bamba.
Come on.
Bamba.
Look at the Los Angeles Lakers tonight in the downtown Hoops Dojo.
Lakers.
Here we go.
It's going to be interesting. Man.
It's going to be interesting. They can go on a run. And I'll tell you what. They win tonight. Get your cardigans ready because here comes Shannon Sharp and the Memphis Grizzlies and Dylan Brooks and Ja Morant and Jay Cubed, Jaren Jackson Jr. and the brash Grizzlies who talk it and walked it to the tune of the 2 seed. Oh, my gosh. Sign me up. And then the Timberwolves go home and take on the winner of Wednesday night's game between the Pelicans and the Thunder, as the Pelicans are without Zion and the Thunder without Chet Holmgren all year getting into the 10th seed. Unless, of course, the winner of that game comes here to Los Angeles because Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards and the rest of that talented Timberwolves team will shock everyone tonight. Let's go. You got the Heat and the Hawks this evening. That's fun.
Yeah, buddy.
Winner of that contest goes to visit Boston. I'm sorry I'm rooting for the Heat tonight. Even though I chose the Hawks.
I know.
I chose the Hawks preseason to be the team to shock everyone and win the East just because I was trying to zig when everyone was zagging.
Yeah.
Let's roll. Fired up for that one.
Also, just like 2 teams with crazy amounts of drama this year. Atlanta does a coaching change and rumors about Trae Young and his future with the team. And Miami is just one of those squads. If they get hot, TJ, they could go to the finals. They have that pedigree. Jimmy Butler could just take over. Like we were saying yesterday, they have the shooters who could get hot.
Yeah, Manick said it's the same team that damn near prevented the Celtics from making the finals last
One
year.
shot away, a Jimmy Butler pull-up 3 from going to the finals.
Chip
and now
in a chair.
Here they are again.
Chip in a chair.
And Jimmy left it all on the court that night, man. If you
That was
remember.
incredible. That was a wonderful series last May. That was incredible.
Wow.
It was. And by the way, don't sleep on the 9-10 game in the East also. Bulls performed very well in the last few weeks. The
Nothing to play for. They made
Bulls
it.
finished strong compared to obviously the first few months of their season. And the Raptors have got scorers. They've got players. Is this Nick Nurse's potential final game on the bench for the Raptors? And what the hell? How is Zion not ready? I mean, what the hell's going on with his career?
We're about to talk to Shams in a second.
Yeah.
He said yesterday, the Pelicans said Zion's not even close to returning
What
to
the
the
hell's
court.
going on?
Unreal.
What's going on?
I don't know, man. I just hope it's not one of those situations where
Starts
it's like,
tonight.
what if?
Starts tonight. I'm looking at the bottom line on ESPN. Will the Lakers win the West? A legit question. A legit question. Chris Mannix, our friend from Sports Illustrated yesterday, said he thinks they're going to. He thinks they will win the West. And if the Lakers make the championship, I know that would freak out a bunch of people, but I'm sorry. Sign me up too, man. LeBron in the finals again. Purple and gold with fans in the stands this time. That's exactly what every sport would want. Their all-time great scorer late in his career doing crazy things. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.